Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deszren. Most people call me Des. Feel free to call me whichever. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today we are doing a retwist and style on my client Greg, who has had his locks for 7 years. We did cut his hair our last appointment. I did not record that, but he had a lot of breakage, a lot of uneven parts, and he also had a lot of color that simply needed to get cut out of his hair. What you are looking at is about 4 to 5 weeks after we did that. Of course, I'm going in with my lock-in gel, my Silk Elements Renourish leave-in conditioner. That stuff smells so good. I know I'm always talking about products and their scent, and that's really because I come from a place when I first started my very first set of locks, all the products that were out there for locks either smelled way too strong or had no smell at all. So now I've been kind of on this kick where it's like, all I want is to smell nice, fresh things that are nice and light and nothing too heavy. And that leave-in conditioner is just so good. Anyways, not the point of the video. I'm going in and just cleaning up his parts. You can tell what needs to get separated because I kind of look at it as the part is like a road, and sometimes there's blockages in the road, and that's how I see it. I look at little pieces of hair and I'm like, okay, you don't belong there. No, the parts don't have to be super crispy and perfect, but if it's very obvious that hairs don't belong there, definitely put them back in their correct spot. For anyone that gets shape ups or they get tapers, whatever you want to call it, I'm not a barber, so I don't know all the correct terminology. But make sure that you are separating those hairs for them. You don't want their barber to accidentally cut into the lock. Even if you clean it up, it's still possible for a barber to do so. I've seen it many times with my clients. But try to make their job as easy as possible and also protect your client's hairline. Make sure that you're separating those hairs. It's really important, and it also just makes their haircut a more seamless process. Make sure that you are telling your client, or if you are the client, make sure you are getting your cuts after you get your hair done. Your stylist needs to be the one that separates those hairs. A barber doesn't always know what absolutely needs to get cut and what doesn't. We are doing a barrel twist style into 2 strands, so the back is not getting barreled at all. That's why I did the first few rows as just 2 strand twists. Now, it's not a requirement, but I do prefer my clients to already know what style they want to do, unless they're letting me freestyle, which he kind of did. We kind of agreed on the same thing for this style, but it was already in my head. I already kind of wanted to do it, so when he showed me the picture, it just aligned perfectly. But I like to know what style we're doing ahead of time because then I can style as we go, and this saves a lot of time as well. So to start your barrel twist, you're going to be taking 2 of the locks and twisting them as if you're starting a 2-strand twist. So if you retwist going clockwise, you're going to start your 2-strand twist going counterclockwise. Because you're doing that, the first lock that you take on the left side, you're bringing clockwise. And you're bringing that over and under. And then you're taking a lock from the right side, bringing that over and under. That's all the motion is when you're doing a barrel twist. It's over and under. You just have to make sure that you're spacing out the locks properly and you're taking a lock from the opposite side every time you're wrapping around. That's what gives it that twist look as you're twisting down. If you wrap the locks too close together, it's no longer a barrel twist, but a barrel roll. And that just basically looks like your locks twisted much closer together. It doesn't have that crisscross type of pattern to it. It just looks like the locks are wrapped around each other. So once I tie it off with a bigger elastic, I am going to go ahead and start his 2-strand twist for the length of his barrel twist. And this is just to make sure that the style flows into the 2-strand twist that we are doing in the back of his head. If you're still watching at this point in the video, I really do appreciate it. I know I haven't really been consistent, and I was beginning to be consistent for a little bit, but I did move on Halloween, and it's just been a matter of trying to get back into my groove, y'all. Like, I do everything solo dolo, so it's a lot to take on by myself with work, the move. I also moved a little bit further away from where I work now, so it's just been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot. So I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. So I do appreciate the people that continue to support me, the ones that have been here and the ones that are new. It is greatly appreciated. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, even though we're styling as we go, this style still takes a little minute, especially if your client's hair is on the longer side. It is tedious just because you're doing a 2-strand for all of the hair that's left out of the barrel twist. If you wanted a chunkier look, that is totally fine. You could do either 3-strand, 4-strand, or even more depending on the size of that person's locks. It just really depends on the look that you're going for. Some people like the chunky look, some people don't. I just decided to do 2 strands for the length of his barrels simply because we did 2 strands in the back and I wanted it to look consistent throughout. Sometimes it looks a little weird if you do 2 strands in the back and then 4 strands up top. It looks very chunky on top and then very skinny on the bottom, and it just don't look right. So do whatever you want. If you like that look, that's on you, but you definitely can customize the style depending on your own personal preferences. This was the final result. He was honestly so happy with how his hair came out. He had never had a style like this, so it's always a really good feeling doing a style on someone who's never tried it before, just to see what their reaction is, especially because I already envisioned the style in my head on him specifically. So to have it actually come to fruition and look exactly how I wanted it to is such a good feeling. I'm just applying my Design Essentials moisturizing oil with lavender and marula oil. It soaks so well into the scalp and into the hair, and it really gives you a nice shine. And after massaging that into his scalp and his hair, we are all set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop those down below. And I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys. Also, if there's any styles that you guys want a tutorial on how to do, I would love to do that. So drop any suggestions in the comments below too. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.